It's not just going on a bike and doing the tricks, not at all.
He always wants to put 100% effort into everything he does.
The boy don't know no chill, it's crazy.
I just made a minor mistake. They said, you know, you might not ride again. I wouldn't say training for the Olympics is different to like a FIS World Cup or World Championships. People think that it's just the tricks, which is 80% correct. But to become the best you can be as an athlete, you've got to put in the work in the gym. I actually put out on social media saying looking for a personal trainer. Everyone sort of said mainway fitness, Todd's really good. He trains a couple of the Swansea City football players, so you know he's got to be half decent, I thought. He knew I was going to Tokyo, so he was trying to research as much as possible, which was beneficial for me. It's hard enough going to the gym because technically you're supposed to enjoy it when really you're just going to get battered.
We'll grab onto a disc. We'll just do some full extensions. We've got 10 reps there, and then just sit back. We'll fall into some twists. I met James about a year ago. Since then, we've been training twice, 3 times a week just to get him in prep for the Olympics. Everyone thinks that riding a BMX is going to be your legs. It's not exactly your legs, which is something that I learned as well. It's more to do with core work. So being nice and strong through the core, being able to flip and turn in the air, which I wouldn't be able to do myself.
We're gonna take on the world. Standing up tall. We gotta make it our own. No waiting around. We never look down. No, we don't wanna lose. We're gonna take on the world.
I was known as a guy that would start off so strong with the bigger tricks than everybody else, and then I start to deteriorate just because I've wasted all my energy. And Todd's taught me a lot with my breathing as well. I suffer with sinus issues, and so a lot of the training we do is, say now I've done a minute on here, I would only allow it to breathe through my nose.
1, relax, 60.
Builds your lung capacity, I think. That's more important to me than anything else, is controlling that really.
So we normally do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. A Monday would be strength work, it would be squats, it would be deadlifts. A Wednesday then would be more conditioning work and recovery. And then on a Friday it's more mobility, a bit of stretching. James's attitude is, I think he's a born winner then. He wants to win, he wants to do well, he always wants to put 100% effort into everything he does, which is why he's been so successful, which is why he's going to be an Olympic athlete.
When we do a run, there's 4 riders, and so you're flat out for a minute, and you've only got 3 minutes to actually get yourself physically ready. The physicality you have to have, and it's mainly mentality as well, remembering to breathe. Recovery is like 90% of it. So it's not just going on a bike and doing the tricks, not at all. In Swansea, we never had the indoor training facility till recent years.
Put the top layer on all the ramps and then we'll be ready, so yeah, we've done a lot since January. It's a shame it wasn't done ready for you for the Olympics, if I'm honest, because you could have practiced you a lot, couldn't you?
And I was saving me some miles on my car as well.
Yeah. Adam Williams helped me in many ways, whether he was shouting at me to do a trick or drive me places. He was a BMX rider at the start. He was like one of the big guns, winning contests all over the UK, even going international. But Adam then decided he wanted to build a skate park.
You've got the option of just rolling into the ramps. Makes it nice for everyone.
Nah, definitely, safer, for sure.
James is one of those guys that you ever play Tony Hawk on PlayStation 2 and everything's just flawless and they're like the type of tricks that you'd never land but like only in a video game. He rides like a video game every day. You know, I don't like to toot his own horn, but he is phenomenal on a bike and he's consistent. He goes high and he has, you know, some of the biggest tricks in, you know, in the game right now. Growing up, you know, I was the professional rider. James was the person, you know, coming up through the ranks, you know, learning the ropes and all that. There was obviously a turning point where we were. I remember I used to wind him up about certain tricks he couldn't do or perform. I mean, now the guy can do about 5 or 6 more tricks than I can do.
So the toll BMX takes on your body, obviously, one, you're always working constantly with your legs, pedaling, etc. But you fall, you're going to get a niggle. Pretty common, you slip a pedal, break your ankle, and you're out for around 6 weeks. But then one time I went to a contest in Cornwall, so I drops in, they're like, James, just chill, it's fine. And just goes up on this ramp, just does a bar spin, a foot jam on this handrail. And it was like a 2-part 4x2, and one sort of flexed. I was doing it all day, like it wasn't a new trick, I was just trying to ride the contest. I just made a minor mistake, caused me to chuck the bike, it clips my ankles, and I think I'm going to land fine on the floor, but causes me to do a complete 180 to my head pretty much, and it compresses my spine. I broke my back and fractured my neck.
He literally said to me, Ollie, I can't feel my feet. And that's when everyone kind of looked at each other like, right, lie down, James, you're not moving. That was kind of when it hit home a bit for me, because I'm thinking, you know, we're all riding this like James. He does that trick he does every day in his sleep, just a slight mishaps, and he did that. You know, you felt your heart go, especially to James, you know, he's dedicated his whole life to riding, and to get told that there's a chance you can't ride again.
His friend rang me and said, is that James's mum? And I was like, yes. He's had a bit of an accident. Oh, what's he done now? And he was like, we're in the hospital now, and we think you've broke his back. Well, obviously, as a mother, I got to be the strong one. We were in contact constantly, and obviously I rang everybody then. Panic, because you think a broken back, he's paralysed. And then I spoke to him on the phone, and I never forget it. I just had, you don't realise, that's it, I'm done. I'm never going to be able to get on a bike again. I'm done. You're not done. I said, right, wait. I will come up, I will find out what is happening, and we will go from there. I know it's stupid, I said, but try and stay calm till I get there. I got off the phone, I cried. And I cried. Seeing him in that bed, lying in that bed, was heartbreaking, I gotta be honest.
I was scared what the doctors would say. Obviously, they're gonna say, don't worry, it might just be like a swelling around the spinal cord. But they said, you know, you might not ride again. But 8 hours in, I started moving my toes and then following the feet. I got out of it very lucky. It was just a swelling on the spinal cord which caused my legs not to move. I was quite lucky that I didn't need surgery or anything. Very grateful for that. I went to physio, then chiropractors to try and manipulate the hip a bit. The physio would sort of do most of the work, you know. All I knew was I needed to get back. The day I got back, I went to Ram Skate Park and done that trick on a smaller scale. Like, I was never going back to Cornwall doing it, but I just knew that I had to get that out of the way. Training started as soon as we got on the British cycling camp. Everyone knew there was only one rider going to be. So you're trying to learn everything and do everything. A few of us had setbacks, injuries, etc. But you're always training.
My pedals are metal, so they have like pretty vicious pins on, just because of the way I ride. It's not really metal or anything, it's just a sort of protection, but I buy these ones because there's like a support as well. Just keeps my bones together. I'm a fragile man these days.
I need all the wins, yeah. Ain't no L's, I gotta get a no call and quits, yeah. Gotta keep on moving no matter how hard it gets, yeah. Better move out the way, cause I'm coming with harder hits. My head is as hard as a brick, but I'm harder than all it is. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out.
We say, oh, we'll have a chilled session here, and the boy don't know no chill. It's crazy. From the moment he drops in, from the moment we leave, he's flat out, he's upside down, he's spinning the bike round. I suppose in the back of his mind he has always got that thought that he has to better himself and he wants to better himself, so I feel like, yeah, that's what he does. In the earlier days, I think there was a bit of competition between me and James. When I seen him do something, I wanted to do it as well, or maybe I wanted to do it a bit better.
I didn't actually know he could do that, and that's why a resi ramp is so good, and it's a key thing in your training. You normally go from foam, which is this bit here, basically a sponge bit if you want to call it. But once you're dialed and you're confident, you go straight to that black ramp there. And it's called a resi ramp. It's got a bit of give in it. Some people like it, some people hate it, but it is a key thing in your training. So the way a run works in a contest is you have a minute to obviously throw down. You've got three things. Start off big, keep the middle big, and end big. So you've got to preserve some energy. What I like to do to keep myself riding for a minute, because it's hard obviously when you're doing tricks to calculate a minute in your head. So I just stand up with my phone. I use this quarter, so I do my run. It's normally around 28 seconds up and back. And I sort of do like a no-hander, something simple, and just stare at the clock just to see how long I got. And it normally ends around 57, something like that. So I know I'm like, on the verge of it. At the end, I try and just do something a little bit bigger, just so I know I've still got energy. The Olympic part, what we know of from the diagram, there's two big quarters, which I ride a lot because obviously that's what scores. Me riding these twice, 3 times a week, I don't have to go into practice and taking all these big ramps because this is probably a lot more gnarlier because it's a lot steeper, So it'll come a bit, not easier, but it'll make me more confident.
Why would anyone want to be Olympian? Why wouldn't you want to be Olympian? It could change your life. You work so hard to get medals at normal contests when the Olympics is the biggest stage in sports history, So for someone like me, this isn't really supposed to happen to. But then in my sport, you've got to take advantage of what you have, because it doesn't last forever.
James Jones, put your hand up, please.
Here we are, the first BMX Olympics. I missed out, People always say to me, when are you done? I'm not going to be done until I can't walk.